How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to Battlegrounds Game Center. I'm Patrick, and today we're taking a look at Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Now, this is a new version of the Cyberpunk Combat Zone, which is a really fun skirmish game, and if you're interested in checking that out, I actually have a how-to-play video you can check out on the screen here. So let's go ahead and get it open. All right, so get the top off here. So now it looks like we got a little advertisement here. Now, the game, you can buy multiple different types of gangs. These are their miniatures that they have. And that's how the game works, is you'll buy a gang, and then it has a bit of a narrative, or you kind of grow your gang and make it better, or you could just do one-off games. Again, you could take a look at the how-to-play video to see how the game works. But yeah, so some information there. Oh, it's kind of cool. What's your gang story? Kind of building your gang, but nice. So then we have read this first. So this is just showing you how to use your stand-ups, your standees. So you just punch them out, put them on little circles there, and then you can kind of take a good look at everything that comes in this. You got some new limiters, the dice, new cards. So if you already have Combat Zone, the first box, this is a good additional box to have because you'll just get more. You'll get Edgerunners and then Arasaka stuff, and then more terrain and everything. So yeah, nice, good additional box to get. And look, it even shows you how to build your terrain on the back there. Alrighty, and we got our little pamphlet here, our little poster that came with this box. I think it's only going to be for this first run, because it's like the nice special run boxes. So, and then we've got our scenarios. So there's going to be all the different scenarios you can play. There's a lot of information here. Very cool, but it shows you your setup, and you kind of just build it how you want, it looks like. So, very cool. We'll probably be playing one of these here very soon. We've got our rulebook. So going over all the information here. I wonder if they've changed anything for this. I don't think they have. I'll probably still go over this book again, just to make sure with how the way the game works. But it's a nice... I kind of like the look of this rulebook a little bit more, though, than the original. I like the black and yellow. Very nice. Very, very cool. So, and then you've got some of your keywords on the back there. Glossary. And then you got your game summary on how you activate, which is always nice to have. Then we've got our limiters. So this is this is how you do your ranges in the game, because depending on like your tokens you pick for your weapons, like if you have a green or yellow, that's like the range. And then if you're injured, you'll have to use red. So then that would be like the range for like movement and such. So, and then your guns and everything will have different ranges. So we got two of those for the two different players. Then we got our new terrain, punch-out terrain. Nice, colorful, cyberpunky graphic. You got some blood splatter. You got some graffiti. Very nice, just like the original one. And you can kind of mix and match them now, which is cool. I do really like this game, and I'd love to play it more. So hopefully we'll get some more content for it on the channel here real soon, especially since we have this new release now. Got all our new tokens, like hack tokens. So these are all the different like activating tokens. You start with like green and yellow on your characters, and depending on which one you pick will determine how good your action will be. And then the red ones are for when you get wounded, and when you have all red ones, if you get wounded again, then you're dead. So, and then you got your objective tokens, some body tokens, because you can actually loot bodies after you kill them. So if they're carrying equipment that you want, then you can go get it. We've got a new board. Looks like it's double-sided. Different artwork on each side. Looks like we've got a more deserty. It actually feels thicker than the original board. So it looks like we got a nice little deserty side. And then a side that look very similar to the original board. The more purpley, bluish. And you might be able to just put them together and have like a really big board too if you wanted to. So, if you do like multiplayer. So very cool. All right, so these little pieces are just for the terrain to connect them together. Baggies, as always. We've got the exclusive mini here, which is in their like Cyocast resin. So we can build that at some point, but I'm not going to do it right now. But I actually got one of these when I met them at Adepticon. So I already have it somewhere, but there's another one. We've got our dice. We've got our different cards, so like equipment cards, loot cards, hacking cards, and then you got your character cards here, so if we open these up, again, I do have a how to play video that goes over all of this, so you can take a look at that. But so like Atom Smasher is in this, Tanaka, and they have different types of cards depending on like their level. So like that's level 1, and you got level 2, level 3, and then depending on like your street cred depends on, you know, what you can take. So some named characters there, a lot of operatives, and then of course we have David Martinez, and I believe there's 2 different versions of him. Yes, you have the one that's where he's augmented and the one where he's not. So and then there's Lucina, Maine, Dorio, Kiwi, Pilar, Rebecca, my favorite character, Falco. So yeah, you got all your different Edgerunners from the show there. And then the last thing in this box is going to be this stand-ups, as they're called, or acrylic standees. So we'll just take a look at a few of them here. So you'll see they're double-sided, so front and back. You actually have their back and their front there. And then they have a little bit of like a little film on there that you'll have to pull off, but then they just kind of just slot right into the little hole here, maybe. And boom, you've got yourself a viable miniature to play with in a war game. So when we do the battle report of this game, we'll probably use these, honestly, because I don't have time to paint anything. So, and it'll look, I think it'll look pretty cool. So yeah, that's kind of how that works. Like you kind of grab them. There's Rebecca. And then of course you just push it in and voila, you can play the game right now. I love it. Very cool. So that is the regular box. We do have this available separately, so you can pick that up. But if you get the collector's box, of course, you get this. And then the collector's box, which we're about to open right now. All right, and this is the extra box for the collector's edition. It has all of like the stretch goals and other stuff in there. So we'll go ahead and get this open. This one has Atom Smasher on the cover instead of David. We've got a 4-player campaign. So again, if you have 2 boards, you can put this together and play 4 players. I'm not sure how this works exactly. So yeah, so it shows you 2 boards here. Very cool. Another player reference. And then we've got bases for the miniatures. And then we've got a whole host of miniatures here. We could take a look at their Siocast so you can kind of get an idea of the difference. So most of the time, they're actually in just one piece, which is cool. But it's a little vulgar there. But other times, there'll be extra pieces you'll have to glue together. And you do need to use super glue with these. They don't work with plastic glue. It is technically a resin. But nice detail. Yeah, you just got to clip them off the tops here. And they have little pegs, and the bases have pegs in them that you can drill out if you want to make it a little bit more secure. But yeah, so that's just some of the miniatures there. And then, I mean, yeah, they're nice detail. I do have a few painted teams from the first box set. Like I have Generation Red and the Tiger Claws. So if we do multiples of these, we'll probably mix between the standees and the miniatures. I know Don at the store has the clowns, which are really cool. And we've actually talked about getting him onto the channel playing some Cyberpunk, so we'll probably do that here real soon too. We've got more acrylic standees, which I think has, yeah, so it has a few additional, like it has that miniature that's the promo miniature, but then we have some like elite Arasaka units, or maybe it's Trauma Team, I'm not 100% sure. But, so we got some more of those. Got tons of new cards here. So we got more cards for the new characters, more objectives for the Edgerunners, universal objectives, so that's new. Very cool. And then, of course, all of the different weapons and loot. And again, you can see here, this is the same colors as like the limiter. So you got red to green or just red. And that essentially is just like what your range is. Very simple. And then underneath, nothing. So pretty light box. So mainly just some extra miniatures and cards. But we got some new standees, which is cool. So yeah, that is what comes in the extra box with the collector's edition. Just all of the miniatures for both boxes, as well as some extra standees and some new cards. So that is Cyberpunk Edgerunners. We do have the collector's editions in stock right now, as well as just the regular box here that you can pick up today in store. Again, we'll be doing some videos on this here in the future, and if you would like to learn how to play the game, you can take a look at our how to play video right there. And if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more like it though, please go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it. And until next time, I'm Patrick at Battlegrounds Game Center. See you later.